Against Notre Dame. Tell us a little bit about that game, and what are you doing to motivate your team in that one with them being so young?
Well, we're excited to play. Obviously, the number 2 team in the country, and they put it to us last year pretty handedly. So we have a lot that we can motivate our kids and get them ready. So we it's a great opportunity for these young kids to play against a veteran Notre Dame team.
With the banner going up, do you need to motivate them at all, or can that do it on its own?
Well, they'll be excited about that. They're going to be excited to be back home, and so I don't have to turn a lot of flips and do a lot of things to get them ready. I hope to play tomorrow night.
I know this is not an SEC game, but this is a game where you guys want to. You could put yourself, kind of back on the map. Yeah, you're ranked 9th, but this is the teams that you need to beat. Is that what you got to go in there thinking?
It's different because it's not an SEC game and it's in the middle of the season. We're really trying to focus on SECs. But absolutely, when you have the number 2 team in the country coming and playing here at home, it's a great opportunity for us to possibly make just a statement and show where we are. But Notre Dame is playing really well. They've played a pretty tough schedule like us, so I think it's going to be a great basketball game.
What do you think the team's learned since the Stanford loss? That's one of the games where you probably were like, wow, they need to show up. They need to show up tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so. I think they understand the importance of playing hard and having a passion for the game in each play. I thought the Stanford game, as good as Stanford was, I didn't think we played with any heart and passion, and that's been my big thing, is for win or lose, we go out and play hard and great things will happen. So I hope that we can start off the game strong and just playing hard. Playing hard takes care of a lot of things.
It seems that the Baylor and Stanford games back-to-back kind of showed there might be a little kind of a gap separating you from those those elite teams. How much of a chance does it show maybe you kind of close that gap?
Well, I think we've grown. I think practice and repetition for us, playing tough games in the SEC, playing them on the road, has helped us, and it's helped us. I think they take practice of more importance, and I think those 2 games, it was a big learning moment for us, and then we went home for Christmas and pretty much pleased with how we've been focused and understand the importance of practice and just getting better.
Do you anticipate before the game when they do put up Pat's banner to be a little emotional for maybe everybody, including yourself?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're talking about someone who built this program and whose name still is a part of this program. So yeah, I think it's going to be emotional for all of us, and especially Pat. But it's well deserved, and I'm excited that they're taking the time to do it and honoring a great basketball coach and a great friend.
You mentioned that 28-point loss to Notre Dame last year. Obviously, that's still in your mind and still in the players' minds. How much is it still in your mind, and is that a motivating factor? Do you use that this week?
Well, why wouldn't we? I mean, they abused. They got after us, and they by far were the better team than we were last year, and we weren't even close. So sure, we're going to use it to motivate us to see where we are as a measuring stick for us. But yeah, they totally dominated us, and we quite frankly we're never in the game.
Tabor's really stepped up, hasn't she? And especially with Sierra going out, just the month she's had in SEC play.
Yeah, I think Tabor Vanderbilt was one of her best games, if not a best game as a Lady Vol. I think Tabor, for repetition, and now she's getting a little bit more healthy, and she's got a lot of confidence. I think it's helped Tabor just getting reps and knowing that we need her and we need her to perform.
Holly, where do you feel like your defense is at right now going into this game? And the first half Thursday was good, but then the second half they got to the rim on you and scored 46. I mean, where do you feel like you're at?
Well, Dan, I think we're getting more consistent. We're not quite there yet, but when we put our mind to it and step up, we can really defend exceptionally well. But we've got to make sure we maintain that, and we haven't been able to maintain. We've either started off slow and finished strong, or started strong and finished slow. So when we can put it all together and we can understand the continued importance of our defense and the effect we can have on people, I think you'll see a much better Tennessee team.
Talk about the importance of guard play in this game too, because everything sort of springs from Diggins' play for them. I mean, how do you feel like you How do you feel like you match up there in that aspect?
Well, I think Diggins is an All-American. She's outstanding. She's one of the best guards that, if not the best guard in the country this year. I think we're going to have to guard her by committee. I think we're going to have to use different people on her, different things we're going to do with her. I just think she runs the team. She knows when to run. She's just a smart, intelligent, very athletic, talented point guard, and we're going to have our hands full.
I think y'all started out 20th in the AP poll, up to 9th now, maybe moving up. How much should you use the preseason rankings as kind of motivation going into this season?
Well, absolutely. We just said there wasn't the expectation was not here. I can't tell me how many people had told me we're really not expecting you all, so you should have a kind of not cushion, but just a year that you can just develop and grow, and obviously that motivated me, and I know it motivated our players. I knew what we had. I just didn't understand or know what we could do as a whole, and I'm proud of it. And like I said earlier, we're only going to get better and better. We haven't reached our full potential, and I think we've been playing solid, but we have a little lull and gaps in our performance, and if we can just shorten those gaps, I think we're going to be a very good basketball team.
What do you think the perception is of the program now?
Well, I think it's obviously better than how they perceived us when we were 22. Right. So I think I hope they see a team that's a talented team that's working extremely hard and getting better. I think people understand we're still young, but I never wanted to use us being young as an excuse this year. We have players, we handpicked these young ladies, and we knew what we were getting. And so I think the uncertainty is how we would gel together, and I think we're coming along really well.
Ultimately, what do you have to do to get the win on Monday nights?
Well, we have to play exceptional. They're a very, very good offensive basketball team. So our defense has to be solid. It has to be solid. We can't give them easy baskets in transition. We've got to push the ball. We've got to score in our offense. But I think more importantly is make our defense a lot more consistent and make sure we offensively take care of the basketball.
What's Sierra's status right now?
Who's?
Sierra Bird.
Oh, Sierra. I'm not sure. I know she won't be available for Monday's game. I think they're going to evaluate her Monday, but she will not be available for the game Monday.